YouTube, it's Mortimer, and today I have a new thyroid update for you guys. I just went to the doctor and I had a small procedure done. I have a small lump there. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. It's a lot smaller than it was a couple days ago though. So I have, if you don't know anything, this is like a little mini catch-up. No one knows why it happens, but some people have polyps grow on their thyroid or cysts. And if you don't know what a cyst is, it's basically like a pore or like a small sac under the skin that fills up with fluid. So no one really knows why they're growing there. But I have 4 of them at one time. Now I'm down to 2. They just grow and disappear randomly. No one knows what can make them shrink or whatever. But the one I have that's right here in the front is the largest one I have. It actually was about the size of a golf ball at its largest. And it grew so big that it actually nicked a vein, and I started hemorrhaging into it, and that was what was causing it to get so big. So I had to go to the doctor and have it examined and everything because I was having problems. And I had to go to the doctor and have it examined because I was having problems laying certain ways. I couldn't breathe properly, or whenever I ate, I had a choking feeling, which is not fun if you can imagine. So I went to the doctor, and it's been kind of like a quest for 4 years. I'm trying to find like a doctor that will help me or like knows what's going on. I've seen tons of specialists. Really none of them could help me. But this latest doctor I've been seeing has been really great, and the first doctor to ever actually listen to me. He tried putting me on Thyroid, but unfortunately I had a really bad side effect to it, so I can't take Thyroid. And he drained it to see if maybe it would not come back. Unfortunately, after I filmed my last video, it completely went back to the original size again, so I was kind of bummed about that. But he tested the fluid and it's non-cancerous. It's actually packed full of iodine because that's what your thyroid works with. So I thought that was interesting. That's why it had like a Coca-Cola type look to it. But when I went to see the doctor again this time, you know, he was like, it does feel smaller than it did at its largest. So that's a good sign. But he decided to drain it again. But this time he injected a little bit of cortisone into the empty sac, which is going to actually scar up the tissue inside of the sac and hopefully be able to close up that hole that I'm bleeding through. So he did that yesterday, and I can tell you that it's already back. It's about the size of like a dime, I would say, right now. And I can feel it in there for sure, but hopefully the scarring will finish up soon and be able to close up that hole. And if it doesn't work, then maybe it'll just make it slower to refill. And the next step after this, if this doesn't work, is just surgery. And I've kind of been hearing contradicting things. I've heard that you can have just the polyp taken out, but I've also heard from people that they can't do that, that they'd have to actually take half of the thyroid. But at my latest doctor's appointment, he said that they could take just the polyp out. So I think we're gonna try that if this doesn't work. It's really scary to think about getting surgery, but I really want this gone and out of my life, if you can imagine. I've been dealing with this for years. So I have a video I'm gonna throw up here. If you're squeamish, if you don't like seeing blood or things like needles, I recommend clicking out of the video now. This is your fair warning. This is actually the doctor doing the procedure on my neck that I just explained. It's not a flattering video. I don't look good in this video, but I wanted to put it up so you guys could see what the procedure looks like. And if any of you go through something similar, or if you like Googled and found this video because you're actually having a cyst on your thyroid drain soon, you can see the procedure and not be so scared of it. It's not painful at all. I would say on a pain scale, it is probably a 1 or a 2. And I would say the biopsies I've had on my thyroid while awake are way more painful than the draining. So it looks really bad. It's totally not. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that video.
Is cortisone that I'm going to put in when we're all done. Make sure I'm in the right hole. Yes, I am. I'm just going to let that dangle. Second one.
Why do you hate me?
Suck out all the fluid. Not as much as before.
That's good.
And now we're shooting in the cortisone and we're done.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
What does it look like this time?
Put a finger right there.
There's blood.
Yeah, gross.
So
it's not bubbly this time. Well, there's a little bubbles.
It's brown because there's iodine in there, right? The thyroid gland makes thyroid hormone out of iodine. And iodine's brown, right? So that's why the fluid's brown.
So yeah, like I said, it looks scary. It's not. I hope nobody feels sick after watching that. But yeah, that fluid is a different color because it's full of iodine and blood. That's why it looks kind of like Coca-Cola. And yeah, he's going to be sending that fluid off for more testing to see if anything comes back, just to make sure everything's still on track. And I didn't make a follow-up appointment. They said I didn't need one. They said that if I feel it start come back and it's about that size again, then maybe come back. But they don't believe that I will need to. So fingers crossed it works. Like I said, it already feels like it's filling back up again, but I don't know how long it's going to take for the cortisone to scar up the tissue. So hopefully it stays small and scars up, and then all I have is just like a tiny little lump in my neck, which I can deal with. It's way better than a golf ball. But thank you guys so much for being so supportive. Thank you guys so much for all the comments and tweets. You guys are the most kind. I am so thankful to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And I'll keep you guys updated with what happens next. And if you have a thyroid problem or you suspect that you have one, I recommend going to your doctor as soon as possible and asking for a blood test. That's the quickest and surest way to find out if there's anything wrong with your thyroid. So yeah, with that, I guess I'll see you guys all next time. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss my next update video, and I'll see you guys all then. Bye everybody!